Hey, I'm Kev, welcome back to MotoGP 19, so we're heading to Spain and the Circuito de Jerez and go Nieto. So at the top, it's Stella Portier of Ante Mazia Suzuki in fourth, backing up his teammate ahead of Canet and Mino, Onshu, Ramirez and Stone in ninth from wet conditions here in Spain ahead of Vietti. Arbono, Finati, Rossi and Murphy are your top 14, just ahead of Sasaki, Binder, Salak and Rodrigo is just over a second. Separates the top 18. As in rounding out the top 20 is Arenas. Running out the field is Shevchenko, 2.2 seconds back. So combined results basically means it was a bit wet. In the previous couple of practice sessions, it's a bit drier. The track did dry out a bit towards the end of the session, so much quicker in this session. That means your top 14 includes Rossi and Finati. Watch out for Sasaki, Binder, Salak and Rodrigo. Let's see if they have joined the top 14 then. Rodrigo, Tuba, Binder and Foggia. Sasaki misses out. And Arenas. As for around 5 minutes to go then, Stone sets off for the first of two possible qualifying laps here. Round Jerez. And you can see it's some glorious wet conditions still, so the track hasn't really dried up enough, has it? I expected it to be a bit drier than this, but maybe for the race it would be dry. But it's not raining, the track is getting drier with every session. And 2,000's up for Stone at the moment after the first sector. But that's his poor sector. It's the second sector, which is his good one. Even though it's run a bit wide there for the right. Onto the back straight, heading towards Dani Pedrosa corner. In the third sector he's not good, in the final sector he is. So he's in that old balance again. Well, maybe the odd sectors he's not doing as well, but the even ones he is. And you can see he's almost half a second up. Early on the power, front end wants to get away. Stone refusing to let it though. It's all a bit wide, bit out of the groove there through that left, such a difficult corner. And then break in for the double right. As he's over a second up. This is going to be as quick as the practice times. Remember, 55 there. We're still early in the session, really. Everyone's coming out to play now to put in their best times right at the end of the session when it's drying up. So that time should be much quicker than this. Stone a bit wide in Jorge Lorenzo corner. Using all the exit curb. It's going to be another 56, is it? 55.9. Not far off, actually. So once again, just can't get it turned in into the right hand at the start of that. Seems to be a difficult corner. So having the short shift there again to save the rear. Make sure he doesn't topple over. Lots of curb on the inside. And he's 2/10 up. Same for mid 55 at least. Not as wide for the right on this occasion, but he slowed down a bit more. Kind of cut off the corner a bit like a Ducati would do in MotoGP. But he's gained another 10th. Outbraked himself a bit into Dani Pedrosa corner. Named after the 125 250, a MotoGP legend. Even if he never won Premier Class title. Many victories and a long career as well. The Spaniard just ended. From the Samurai. Now he's 1.1 back. Everyone's speeding up now. Might have to do a third lap here. totally legitimate line through the right. Still struggling to get on the power. Well, it's going to be a 50, lower 55, 55.4. You will have to do a final lap. Now he gets it into the right. Bit sloppy into the next right though. Have to wait on the getting the power as well as that rear traction fighting. All over the curbs again. Half a second back, but that's expected. The first sector as well, where you're going for the long right. Managed to cut it back for a decent exit onto the back straight. This is where all the overtaking moves happen though, into this right-hander. So 6/10 back. It's really struggling to get on the power there. Got had to lift because the rear end again wanted to say goodbye. Just like Firmino, who's down. And two, but also collided somewhere. It's a second back for Stone. It's only a tenth quicker this lap. Even much more than that. Once again using all the curves. Nice smooth exit. Much smoother as we run towards the line. As it's a home pole for Mazia ahead of Antonelli and Suzuki. Great qualifying with the Japanese riding in Ramirez, Mino and Onju. Ramirez out-qualified his teammate? What the hell? And Stone missed out on his qualifying, ejected by less than half a tenth. As he leads the third row ahead of Vietti and McPhee, but he's ahead of his teammate. As Arbolo rounds out the top 10, Rodrigo and Della Porta, the only qualifying for the Italian, with Foggia, Tuba and Binder, and Finati, Rossi and Canet down in 18th. He didn't make it out, did he? So here's Stone revving up at the start then. From the third row, we get underway. For 11 laps around the Jerez circuit, he managed to hold despite a tiny bit of wheel spin. Got the inside line in the first corner, including taking some grass as Della Porta tries to go to the outside. It's all braking very hard. So someone on the inside, yeah, it's Della Porta. Come on, Stone, get going. Can't afford to lose place at the start again. I mean, we learned in Kota how poor that is. So he's lost another place to Vietti as Canet's battling just being the points. Shocking start from the Max Racing guys. As he's been pushed wide. Who's that by? That's by 3 riders outside the top 10 for Stone. Gets the place back as Canet back with Foggia. Stone hard on the power. Into the double right. It's almost down there as he's got Canet on his tail. Making good progress as the Spaniard on home turf. The fish after starting all the way down in 18th, that's whoa, that curb dragged him away. Oh, now he's been punted by Canet. As the Max Racing first go to walk. What an exit for Stone as Mazia's couple seconds up the road already. Needs to be making moves like these on Arbolona and make them stick as well. If he gets back into the top 10. Oh, he's been punted by his teammate again. That's a lot of re-in as well from Stone. Pointed to the sky, but somehow holds on. Whoa, connect into the side of his teammate again. God, becoming their own worst enemies, these two. Stone trying to catch up to Rodrigo. Connect more interest in letting the fist fly. There's into the hairpin. Nice tight line. Oh my god, look at the exit. Absolutely horrendous in first. Don't ever use first again, so on the exit. But don't ever choose the corners. Antonelli takes the lead from Mazia. Stone a bit wide. You can't afford to go wide anywhere with this lot. They will eat you up alive, as Connect's already tried to do a few occasions. Stone holding on. He's got Rodrigo in front. That's the top 9 all over each other. I would say all over each other, like the line of Stern there. There's a good slipstream from Rodrigo to go across the line. 56.6, 56.3. That's more like it. It's all almost into the back of Vietti. No, Stone, get on the power. Gave it up immediately back to Rodrigo. Can't afford to do that. You need every move to stick. Especially when you've got your teammate breathing down your neck. Hello, Cornet. We haven't forgotten about you, mate. God, his bike is fighting back every chance it gets. Nice and smooth exit onto the back straight, but he needed to be in Rodrigo's slipstream on his third lap. He wants to be making the move. And maybe even to hold on the 10th. Just about holds on from Canet. Good exit through the left. It's gone slightly wide again. Will Canet have a little look? Can hear him all over the back of Stone. Hasn't so far. He's been kind to his teammate on this lap. As he's been catching up to Rodrigo, maybe that's why. Maybe he's finally found some common sense as a teenager. Just look at him all over Rodrigo in the second half of this lap. Not close enough to make the move though. We're now powerful. This bike is in a straight line now with another engine upgrade. 55.8 from Antonelli, 56.4 poor lap. Has he made the move stick on Rodrigo this time? I think he has. No, he hasn't. Rodrigo around the outside. But not confident on the outside. Stone holds on. Rodrigo's actually dropped down all the way to 12. Connecting to the top 10. Stone now trying to chase down Vietti. Score just clawing onto this slipstream. Despite being under attack quite a lot in this race, it's been a good aggressive riders. Canet just sweeps by. Stone down the inside of his teammate though. Oh, he's run wide.
But Canet doesn't take advantage. And dropping the back a bit from Vietti, which is not ideal. Almost a second back. Need to be in that second window. You need that slipstream. As Vietti's dropping back a bit from the lead riders as well. In the top 7. A good exit from the final corner. It's Anthony with a 55, Stone with a mid 56, way off the pace. Now this is when he's meant to be becoming good though. Well, the bike's up, everything's up the temperature now. Connecting just to let his teammate lead the way. No doubt he can catch up to this lead pack again. That's a nice smooth left-hander. You can see just 6/10 behind Vietti. He's gaining. Stone a bit wide. A nice smooth exit on the outside. Connect help force to take a tighter line from the sounds of things. Stone got to the apex. Oh, maybe he can keep it in first as the track dries out. There's a bit more grip now. That time should be quick enough as well. Oh, there's an apex he hasn't found all race long. Getting quite a lot on Vietti. Getting almost half a second in a single lap as he really is dropping off, isn't he? With the top riders. Maybe struggling a bit the Italian to keep up the pace. Stone by even before the hairpin. Good exit. This should be a 55. 55.3 fastest of that. See, Stone does have it in the locker. As he's almost back where he started. That's how poor this race has been. Just back to where he should be. It's working out well, 1.9 behind Della Porta. That's a massive gap. And he won't have the benefit of slipstream this lap either. It's all a bit wide. No, where you going, bike? That's cost him more than those 2/10. He was actually gaining slightly. Again, the bike just not stopping. We'll go flat out through the right. The 55 flat, 55.5, so it's the decent last sector. There's a low curb on the inside, so we're into the second half of the race. Just 5 laps to go. Stone needs to be taking like almost half a second per lap to close this gap. That's ridiculous. Might be destined for 8th, or once again a poor start. It's maybe cost him a decent result here in Jerez. Well, his pace is quicker than the Circuit of the Americas, but so instead of losing a couple of tenths by that, but he's matching them, but that's no help. He's, as I said, he needs to be gaining loads per lap. Doesn't help when the bike doesn't want to stop again into a tight corner. There's another few tenths chucked down the drain. God, it doesn't even want to be close to flat out. But that left-hand when it should be. Got a powerful engine, but we need a more powerful frame maybe to handle it. .6, that's abysmal this lap. That's like half a second. Once again, that flat out right is maybe saving a bit. The attack from Vietti behind. .54.8. 55 flat. So he's gained a few tenths back in that final set, so that's good to see. And Suzuki with the fuzz that so far, 54.7. Japanese rider flying. Oh, I lifted too early. Just caught loads of curb rather than the apex. Oh, that was pretty smooth. I haven't had that for a few laps through that right hander. We've gone to the back straight. .2 second gap behind. So Vietti holding everyone up behind. Stone finding a nice little bubble here where he can just attack and not have to worry about being attacked. Once again, lost a few tenths in that third sector from hell. It's 54.6. 54.9. 54.5 from Ramirez. As he got 3 laps to go. So Stone keeping up with them without slipstream. Just can't close. What a frustrating race. Imagine if he actually had a decent start for once. He's 3 seconds back. The fight is over. No way is he taking a second per lap out of them. There's still solid points. But he needs more, doesn't he? He needs wins. He needs Argentina's. Yeah, he perhaps wasn't the quickest in Argentina in that race, but a decent start, and he held on because he could dictate the race at the front. He could fight back. Can't do that when you're down in 8th, unfortunately. 54.3. They just keep upping the ante in front. 54.8. I have to say, his lap times are improving as well. They're just not as rapid, unfortunately. Just shows the track is improving. It is drying out as this race. You can see it as well. There's virtually a dry line here. .4 back. For 1.7 Ed Vietti. On this penultimate lap, riding all the right lines, but not getting the pace with it. It's a pretty crazy crowd as well, considering the poor weather we've had in Jerez. Well, that's Spain at the moment, isn't it? Absolutely mental for their bikes. We've got Italy, Mugello in a couple of weeks' time. That for these riders, that's going to be even mentaler. All the Doctors fans coming out to see them. And you've got all the Academy riders as well. We got the likes of Della Porta, Antonelli, William Ruton, Mino. He's one in Mugello too. For the Doctor. 54.1 from Antonelli is onto the front lap. He leads the way. 54.1 from Stone. Oh my god. It's fantastic pace. It's just disheartening. What could have been if he stayed with the lead group? Those opening few laps. As I said, no, they've all got slipstream off each other as well. That's given them a couple of tenths. So got no such help, but sticking with them. Look at that gap behind, 2.7. He's pulled out like a second on Vietti that last lap. It shows you the pace of these front runners and how much Vietti's struggling too. Maybe having the bike set up a bit more for the wet. Oh, this is just a normal setup Stone's using as well, that he's been using the whole season in the dry. The one that's coming a bit more alive, and the track's virtually dry here at the end. God, imagine if it was dry. No, it's even gain time in that third sector. That's how much Stone's loving these conditions now. Tried a bit too hard there. It's out of the final corner. It is going to be Antonelli, is it? To upset the home fans. Beating Mazia to the checkered flag. Well, great ride that second half. And you know where Stone lost it in the first half of the race? First lap, through that long right-hander onto the back straight, just caught the curb, made him lose like 3 or 4 places, lose momentum, and then he was battling to get in front of that for the rest of the first half of the race to get back up to 8th behind Della Porta, where he finished in the end 3.5 seconds behind the Italian, despite, look at those fastest laps. So close between the top 8. Like just a couple of tenths, as Anthony didn't even set the first lap. He lost by 1,000th of a second that battle. Wonshu finished in 5th as he beats Mazia Suzuki, a double podium for Sync 58 ahead of Ramirez. Best Leopard, don't often say that. Ahead of Wonshu, Mino, Della Porta and Stone. But look at the top 7, just separated by 2.2 seconds. Then we got Vietti ahead of Connect, who rounds out the top 10 for Max Racing. As both riders will be very disappointed with their results. And you've got Arbolona, McPhee, Rodrigo, Foggia
and Tuba grabbing the final point just ahead of Agora. Then we've got Fanati, Binder a bit lonely in 18th. Couple seconds back off Fanati in the second ahead of Cornfo. Sasaki around at the top 20. Disappointing home race for Lopez, for Arenas, Garcia and Fernandez down in 25th. And Vicente Perez in last. So in the Riders' Championship, Anthony leads by 24 points after another victory, with Mazir up to second, 6 points ahead of Deportivo, with Canet falling down to fourth. Then you've got Mino, Suzuki up to 6th ahead of Stone. He's got half the points of Antonelli already. Not the start to the season he would have wanted with a top team, with Ramirez up to 8th ahead of Onshu, who's dropped down to 9th. Despite finishing in the top 5, with Vietti round out the top 10. And you've got Arbelone up to 13th ahead of Tuba. Cornford, the best of the non-point scores, up to 18th now, rising 3 places. While in the team's championship, it's Sync 58, of course it is. There's 21 points ahead of Besta Capital Dubai, who jumped ahead of Max Racing, who've dropped into the arms of Leopardin for just 3 points ahead of the team. Then we've got KTM and out the top 5, 12 points ahead of VR46, with Grassini in 7th, Trent Spirito in 8th, 11 points for Smikers, who are up to 9th ahead of Honda Team Asia. As disappointment, particularly in the race, as you saw he had the pace, just that poor first lap, and he's lost his team leader status. I know he did get all of the objectives for development. Has what else happened in the race? The Spanish fans wild with a spectacular victory for Marquez Passion. Dovi was the favourite to win at the beginning, but 2 minutes later compromised his race on a Ducati round Jerez, the bendy Jerez. Okay. Shorty wins the Moto2 race with great determination. There's the fans hoping he'll stay at max race, but Sync 58 already pushing the sign. Can he really change during the season? Are you sure about that? Have you just seen what the Sync 58 lads did? Surely they're not that impressed with Stone. Do we wait for the final engine upgrade? We come too late for Magello though. That's the issue. Or do we just go with the frame? I think we have to go with the frame. You saw how much the bike was all over the place in the very wet conditions. Need that to be improved for next time round the Le Mans circuit, as we head to the Gay circuit in France. Let's see if Stone can get back on form. I mean, he scored points in every race after that shocking guitar. We had the high point of Argentina. Now we've had 2 slightly disappointing races in a row. He needs to get back into the top 5. He needs more medals. He needs more champagne. So now watch and we'll find out if he can get it next time.